Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Earn While We Sleep. February 15th now, just day after Valentine's Day. And I wanted to kind of get into a little bit about the cycles and where we're at kind of with Bitcoin, kind of as it's hovering around that 52,000 range, and what that realistically could mean. Because, you know, as good as it is, like, everybody wants to have Bitcoin go up, like we want to be entering that bull market. But essentially we are way ahead of the mark for Bitcoin and where it should be, which, you know, in hindsight, you think it's kind of like a good thing, right? And you think about it, you're like, oh, that's bullish, which it is bullish. But at the same time, we have to kind of think about what type of repercussions that could potentially have. And repercussions meaning, if we get this bull run, if people are trying to time it to try and get out, because you want to get out at the peak, right? I mean, at least as close to it as possible. No one actually ever gets out at the peak. But if we keep going at the rate that we go and we crack 69,000 this year, what does that mean? Well, what it could potentially mean is that we peak out early, right? And if we peak out early, we go parabolic after 69. Time after time after time, it's proven that after 69,000, that is the time where we really just go straight up, just green candles all the way up. There's nothing in front of us. So we can almost guarantee that's going to happen. So if we crack 69,000 this year, then we're going parabolic. Once that goes parabolic, we have to think about where that's going to end up leading to 2025 after that. Well, it could mean a cool down, right? I mean, we could go into like a potential double top scenario, and maybe it double tops, or maybe it doesn't. That's the thing, right? In terms of like prices, you know, who knows, right? I mean, from here, we're running pretty fast right now. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Bitcoin literally is over 60,000 before the halving, potentially even breaking all-time high over 69,000. It wouldn't be that, I mean, it would be surprising, but at the same time, it wouldn't be out of character for Bitcoin to do something so outlandish like that, especially with these ETFs, right? So I wanted to kind of touch base on that. And one thing, you know, as good as that sounds, so if it does start to go over that 69,000, I guess, you know, should we be selling? You know, do we want to actually be selling? Because I know everybody is want to be trying to time these cycles and maybe potentially get out in 2025, just like the other last three cycles, right? Like, which makes sense. But if it doesn't go that way, you know, you don't want to be waiting for it in 2025 for it to, you know, double top, and then it doesn't, and then it just peters away, and then you're just stuck holding your own bags for another 3 years. Like, that's not okay, right? So we have to be realistic about that. So, you know, I think it's safe to say that, you know, if we are, you know, over 60K by the end of March, I mean, there's a good chance that we kind of go parabolic this year, and we should be thinking about taking some profits, right? So that's just something for everybody to kind of think about. And you know, a big question mark is, what does that mean for the altcoins? That's kind of the main thing, right? Because if Bitcoin's going parabolic, of course you expect the altcoins to go, but how fast will the rotation of money happen through Bitcoin into the altcoins? Would that mean 2025 would be the year of the altcoins? Or would it be rolling up, you know, in that October, December, November, you know, period at the same time as Bitcoin, right? And then is that truly the peak of the altcoins is the next question, right? Because now we're kind of going into uncharted territory. So a few things with that. And I also kind of wanted to touch base on a little bit about XRP as well, just because, you know, XRP has been really stagnant. It's been really stagnant. And, you know, I've always loved XRP, you know, with them replacing the Swifts. I mean, my whole life, I've always had issues with the Swift. I don't know about everybody else, but if anybody's ever tried to send like an overseas bank wire or received one, or tried to pay for anything that's, that's overseas, literally, like, it can take multiple business days. Like, we're talking 4 or 5 business days. Like, you might not even get there. And of course, don't forget, by the time it does get there, it's the price is completely changed. Like the dollar value, right? Like, you want to send a Canadian dollar, and send it over to another country. Well, by the time it actually gets there, the dollar that you sent is now less or more, right? So you might actually have to send it again with a higher value. And then, of course, you're going to get charged by the bank to send that overseas wire, right? You get that fee, that $50 fee, or depending on what your bank is, right? So, and of course, if you send over the amount, the receiver never tells you. So they just take your money. So it's a real problem that XRP actually does solve. So it really does resonate with me, but everybody's getting so frustrated with XRP, and it's understandable. But eventually what's going to end up happening, and it's just time and time again, I'm starting to see a lot of guys, a lot of influencers, a lot of people that I know personally that are, they're just kind of like, you know what, I'm getting out of XRP. This is not for me. This is not the coin, which is understandable. But you know what happens after these guys leave? It goes up. That's just the name of the game. That's the shakeout. That's the shakeout. And you know what's funny? It's not just going to kind of go up. It's going to boom. Like, it's going to go up. Like we're talking like catastrophic, parabolic, like monstrous green candles. And it's going to happen quick. And people are going to FOMO, and it's going to be a sight to see. So just know that the more people you see losing faith, that's a good sign that we're right around the corner from something big. So there's an XRP army out there, stay strong, stay true. And anybody who's fallen off will just know that as soon as you dump your bags, that's when it's going to go up. So whatever you're diversifying into, it better be good. Have a good one, y'all. Stay safe.